Aloha, and thank you for joining me for today's training session. Today we're exploring how commercial uses are defined and regulated under Article 5 of Honolulu's Land Use Ordinance, which is Chapter 21 of the Revised Ordinances of Honolulu. These districts play a vital role in supporting Oahu's economy, infrastructure, and daily operations. The commercial use category is a diverse category with a broad range of uses that are allowed primarily in the business and industrial districts, but also often extend into the apartment, residential, and even agricultural districts. As you hear each use described, remember to go to the master use table to see where the use is allowed and whether there are any specific use development standards. Please note that this presentation is for training purposes only, and you should always review the actual land use ordinance and other applicable regulations before you embark on a project. Now let's dive into commercial uses. But first, let's do a quick big picture review of the land use ordinance. This is where the zoning districts are established and development standards like height and lot coverage are set. The master use table specifies which uses are allowed where. Articles 3, 4, and 5 specify the development standards for each use, and Article 10 houses definitions for each use. Finally, it establishes that the zoning maps show where the districts are. If you would like more information about the land use ordinance, please view some of our other training videos. Ordinance 25-2, also known as Bill 64, updated use names and definitions, updated permissions, where a use is allowed and what kind of permit is required, added uses, updated specific use development standards, and reformatted the master use table. Our topic today is commercial uses. Ordinance 25-2 relocated the master use table from Article 3 to a newly structured Article 5. The master use table groups by broad use category, for example, residential, commercial, agricultural, industrial, and institutional, with clearer formatting and cross-references. It is where you can find the commercial use categories, its subcategories, and the land uses within each subcategory. The commercial use category has 12 subcategories: eating and drinking, lodging, personal services, office, daycare, medical, indoor recreation, outdoor recreation, parking, vehicle-related, and accessory commercial. Each of these subcategories has a list of land uses, so let's break it down. Probably the first use anyone thinks of in the commercial category is retail. The retail definition includes a long list of examples, like appliance and automotive stores, banks, bike shops, bookstores, clothing stores, print shops, department stores, pharmacies, groceries, hardware stores, pet shops, shoe stores, sporting goods stores, and toy stores. Small retail facilities have up to 2,500 square feet, and medium retail has between 2,500 and 25,000 square feet of retail space. Large retail establishments have more than 25,000 square feet of retail area. Large retail stores are not allowed in the apartment mixed-use districts. After retail, one of the first commercial uses to come to mind is restaurants. In the Land Use Ordinance, they are referred to as eating and drinking establishments, which serve meals to patrons. They must have suitable kitchens containing the necessary equipment and supplies. General eating and drinking may include the sale of liquor with appropriate Honolulu Liquor Commission license, but it is distinguished from a bar or nightclub because the principal offering is the sale of food and non-alcoholic drinks for consumption on-site or off-site. A bar or nightclub is an establishment that prepares and sells liquor for on-site consumption. It may also include a dance floor or live or amplified recorded music or professional entertainment, subject to licensing by the Honolulu Liquor Commission. The bar/nightclub land use is split into major and minor. A minor bar or nightclub may remain open until 2 a.m. A major bar or nightclub may remain open until 4 a.m. Major and minor bars are allowed in different zoning districts. Please check the master use table to see where each use is allowed. Eating and drinking establishments and bars and nightclubs also have specific development standards relating to entrances and hours of operation when close to residential districts. Please review these standards in Article 5 of the Land Use Ordinance if you're looking to establish one of these uses. The accessory commercial subcategory only has one use, and that is a drive-through, which can be accessory to a restaurant, bank, dry cleaner, or pharmacy. Drive-throughs also have specific standards when they are close to residential districts. The lodging subcategory includes hotels, timeshares, transient vacation units, and bed and breakfast homes. Timeshares must be registered with the State of Hawaii Department of Commerce and Consumer Affairs. Transient vacation units, or TVUs, and bed and breakfast homes must be registered with the City Department of Planning and Permitting. These uses are all allowed in the Resort District and Resort Mixed Use Precinct. Hotels are also allowed in the Business and Industrial Mixed Use Districts. TVUs, bed and breakfasts, and timeshares are also allowed in certain areas of the A1 low density and A2 medium density apartment districts and the apartment mixed use precinct within proximity to resort areas like Ko'olina, Turtle Bay, and Ho'akalei. These areas are shown on the maps in Article 5 of the Land Use Ordinance. Short-term rentals are only allowed in the residential districts if the owner holds a non-conforming use certificate. This ensures balance between tourism and residential quality of life. More information about short-term rentals is available on our website at honolulu.gov/DPP/STR. The personal services subcategory only includes general personal services and major and minor animal care. The term general personal services includes barbershops, salons, computer repair, dance, martial arts, music and photography studios, spas, dry cleaners, funeral homes, gyms, nail salons, tutoring, travel agencies, tattoo parlors, tailoring, and shoe, watch, and jewelry repair. Animal care involves providing medical care, grooming, training, or boarding services to household pets as a principal use. The term includes, but is not limited to, animal shelters, kennels, veterinary clinics, animal hospitals, pet grooming, and pet daycares. The distinction between major and minor is that with minor, no overnight boarding is allowed. Overnight boarding is allowed for major animal care. Major animal care is allowed in the agricultural districts, but it should be noted that an active agricultural use must also be established on the site. The subcategory office only includes one land use, general office. An office provides business and professional services in a private or co-working setting, including accounting, advertising, bookkeeping, consulting, design, engineering, insurance, legal, real estate, security, or technology services. The term also includes data storage centers and call centers. The daycare category includes both adult and child daycare. Adult daycare provides supervision and care to adults who need assisted living services. Child daycare provides supervision and care for people under 18 years of age. Daycare does not include overnight stays or 24-hour care. Also, please note that the adult and child daycare uses are distinct principal uses. Regulations for home-based childcare or adult daycare as part of a home occupation can be found in the residential use section of Article 5. The medical subcategory has three land uses. General medical services involve outpatient medical, surgical, or dental care by a physician or healthcare worker. The term includes doctor offices, surgical outpatient facilities, chiropractors, dentists, orthodontists, physical therapists, and blood donation centers. The term does not include emergency care or on-site overnight care, which can only occur in hospitals. A hospital is an institution providing primarily inpatient, intensive, medical, or surgical care, including emergency care services. The term includes facilities for extended care, intermediate care, and outpatient care, living facilities for staff, research and educational facilities, doctor offices, and any administrative offices necessary for the operation of the facility. Finally, a medical laboratory involves conducting medical research or testing and examining of materials derived from the human body, such as fluid, tissue, or cells, for the purpose of providing information on diagnosis, treatment, mitigation, cure, or prevention of disease. Indoor recreation and outdoor recreation are two subcategories we will cover together because they are related. General indoor recreation involves permanent facilities that involve activities overseen by a manager or operator. The term includes pool halls, bowling alleys, arcades, escape rooms, ice skating rinks, trampoline parks, sport facilities, miniature golf courses, and archery or gun ranges. The term also includes libraries or museums that do not meet the definition of a public facility. A theater is a facility primarily for the performing arts or for the viewing of motion picture films. The term includes performing arts centers, concert halls, and other types of live theater. The definition for general outdoor recreation has changed to include amusement parks, batting cages, drive-in theaters, go-kart tracks, golf driving ranges, mini-golf, outdoor sport facilities, amphitheaters, sport courts and fields, and water parks. A golf course is a facility for playing 9 holes or more of golf and includes associated clubhouses and driving ranges. Nature-based recreation is a new category. It is a privately owned and managed permanent facility or area dedicated to outdoor play, outdoor recreation, or INA-based education facilities, often containing recreational equipment and facilities intended to promote or enhance access to natural areas on land with preserved wildlife and natural features. The term includes picnic grounds, greenways, hiking and bicycling trails, areas for fishing and hunting, limited accessory sports courts and fields, non-motorized access to scenic interests, horseback riding tours, recreational camping and campgrounds with tents, pavilions, lodges, and cabins. Finally, a zoo is a facility where animals live in captivity and are put on display for the public to view. The term does not include the Honolulu Zoo, which is a public facility, pet shops, animal care, or displays that are accessory to principal commercial or hotel use. The last two subcategories we will go over today are parking and vehicle-related uses. Commercial parking is a facility that provides parking as a principal use on the zoning lot. Remote parking is the use of a zoning lot to provide parking that supports a principal use on a different zoning lot. Remote parking requires a minor conditional use permit wherever it is allowed. Car washes, gas stations, and car dealerships are in the vehicle-related category. Gas stations are called vehicle fueling stations. A car dealership is called minor vehicle sales and rental, which is a facility that sells, rents, or leases motor vehicles for use on a road, such as cars, trucks, and buses that weigh less than 10,000 pounds. Heavy vehicle sales and rental is for the sale, rental, or leasing of heavy-duty vehicles that weigh 10,000 pounds or more. The term includes sales of shipping containers and manufactured or modular homes. Well, that sums up the commercial uses of Article 5 of the Land Use Ordinance. Mahalo nui loa for joining me today, and I hope you'll check out our other Land Use Ordinance training presentations.